why don't we go out and have fun like we used to? I'm tired. I work all day. Money's tight. I don't want to. The list goes on. Should I continue? Oh, you don't have to continue. I just see all our married friends going out and having fun. I get a little jealous is all. Well, if you get a little jealous, why don't you go marry them? Go have a throuple. Why is your answer always leave or go be with them or go do something by yourself? Why? Because clearly I'm not good enough for you. So nobody's holding you hostage here. You can leave and you can go be with somebody else to make you happy so you don't have to be jealous anymore. You're definitely good enough for me. That's why I'm with you. That's why you're with me? Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. Don't take it that way. No. I took it exactly how you meant it. Like, you're too good for me. You're the prize in this relationship, right? I didn't say I was the prize. I just said you confusing me. I'm not confusing you at all. You said it. Did you not say that you were the prize in this relationship and I should be lucky to have you? No, now you're twisting my words. No, I'm not. What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware narcissist, Mr. Lee Hammock, better known as Mental Healers from TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. You know where to find me. If this is your first time seeing my face, I am a diagnosed narcissist that uses his platform to raise awareness for narcissistic personality disorder and also in the process, validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series, A Narcissist Explains, is dedicated to taking my TikToks and making them longer. My YouTube shorts and making them longer. You get 60 seconds there. These are going to be longer. The one you just watched was a skit I did about showing how a narcissist will gaslight you and give you the option to leave, pretty much. Anytime you question a narcissist and how they feel about you and the direction of the relationship, a lot of times, or not anytime, a lot of times, they will give you the option to leave. You know you don't have to be here, right? Like, you know the door is wide open, right? Like, nobody's holding you hostage here. You can leave. And if you don't, like, and people ask me, like, what should I do? Should we leave? If you don't leave, if you choose to stay, you're pretty much saying that you are okay with the behavior that's been presented towards you. You're okay with whatever argument you were in, that option was given, whatever option whatever argument we're in, that problem has been solved. You know what I mean? You can no longer, Lord have mercy. That problem has been solved and you can no longer bring up that issue, because if you choose to stay after they give you the option to leave, you are saying that you are okay with whatever the issue is. You can no longer bring it up, because bringing it up again will result in another argument, will result in another fight or whatever happened. You know what I mean? So if the narcissist gives you the option to leave, like you're not being held hostage here, you can leave at any time you want to. Nobody's telling you to stay. Nobody asks you to stay. Nobody's forcing you to stay. If they say any of those lines and you choose to stay, you just gonna have to deal with who they are. They're presenting you the option to leave. And a lot of times, if you do decide to leave, they'll flip it on you to get you to stay. And the same situation arises though, because if they flip it on you to get you to stay, like, oh, you gonna leave me? Or you just gonna walk it on your kids and your family and your husband or whatever? Or you gonna walk it on your wife? You gonna do that? You gonna leave me? They'll either threaten to make your life a living hell, or they'll threaten to make your life a living hell, or they'll guilt trip you into staying by just begging you and pleading. Are you gonna give up on us like that? You're not gonna fight for us? Like, you're just so selfish. They'll guilt trip you, and then you end up staying. And guess what? The same rules apply. If you stay, regardless of how you stay, you are saying that you're okay with whatever argument you presented. And that's just how it is. I know people are like, well, how do you communicate with these people? The only way you can really communicate with a narcissist is to be straightforward with them. Literally, you have to be straightforward with them. You cannot beat around. There's no beating around the bush. There's no trying to gaslight or manipulate them. Man, could you gaslight or manipulate a narcissist? Yeah, you can. But is it worth it? Like, the work you have to put in to do that, to keep up with the lies and stuff like that, to manipulate somebody else? Like, then you becoming a narcissist. You know what I mean? But a lot of times, like, you have to learn to deal with who they are, and you have to just speak straightforward to them. Don't give them an option, or don't give them options. Just say your piece and either walk away, or don't engage with them. You have to be logical and say your piece. Don't start off a conversation like, look, I'm not trying to fight, because you put them on the defensive. If my wife or anybody came up to me like, look, I'm not trying to argue, I'm already on the defensive, because I know you're trying to. Now I feel like you really are trying to argue. It's like saying but. They're like saying, you're handsome, but. Anything you say before but doesn't count anymore, because you said but. You know what I mean? B-U-T, not B-U-T-T, you childish people. You laughing at that, like, you said but, baby. You know what I mean? And that's how it goes. I know y'all see me outside right now. I'm in my investment property. I had to get this video shot because it's getting dark inside and things like that. So it's beautiful out here too. Other than, it's going live tomorrow. If you're looking in Greensboro to buy a house, here you go. Shameless plug. I'm a realtor in North Carolina. If you need a house, You want the narcissist to be your realtor? I've sold over 100 houses in the last few years, so I'm here to help. You know what I mean? But yeah, the only way you talk to a narcissist is being straightforward. Don't go beat around the bush. Say your piece. Just say it. Hey, look, I don't like when you do this. Keep it moving. Make sure they hear you and keep it moving. Don't argue, don't engage, and be safe. Protect yourself. Because if you think they go get physically violent, like, hey, leave. I say that, I get hit in my face. Then it's time for you to leave. I'm not gonna I don't tell everybody to leave. But if they get threatened to get physically violent with you, like if you're scared to talk to them because they'll hit you in your face or like that, it's time to leave. If you feel like your safety is in jeopardy, it's time to leave. Just point blank period. There's no need to stand. There's no need to try to talk and work it out or learn how to communicate with that person. If you've been a victim of domestic violence, like the physical domestic violence, then it's time for you to leave. Point blank period. There's no negotiating with that person. It's time to go. Like I'm not like you're like Lee, you're breaking up the family. I don't care. Like you need to break up that family because if you're threatening to get beat and hit and stuff like that, it's time for you to go. You have to be strong. We have kids. Okay, yes, you have kids. You need to leave for those kids. You mean? Because what if your kids gonna grow up, your son's growing up watching their mom get punched in the mouth? You know, or your daughter's growing up watching their mom get hit in the face and thinking that's okay. Well, my dad loved my mom. He showed her he loved her by hitting her. No. So again, if a narcissist gives you the option to leave and you don't take it, you are saying that you're okay with whatever behavior they made you say that, the argument or whatever. I'm gonna go back inside. Bugs is biting. But yeah, you have to be safe and protect yourself at all costs because narcissists don't like narcissists. We are like literally selfish people, selfish to a fault, selfish to the point where we are trying to it's a me first mentality. Point blank period. Because they protect yourself at all costs. Make sure you are safe and taking care of yourself because narcissists, some of them are violent. Some people are violent. I'm not physically violent, but I know some people will get physically violent because they feel like that's the only way they can get their point across. They feel like the only way they talk to you, they can communicate with you is by yelling at you. This is the only way this is the only way you listen if I yell at you. Hey Lee, if I talk to my husband like that, he'll yell at me. If I talk to my wife like that, she'll yell at me and make me feel small. It's time to go. I'm gonna say I know people are like Lee, you're just gonna break up a lot of families. I'm not trying to break up families. I'm trying to save people's lives and save people's mental health and things like that. So don't let it. Like I say, especially if you have evidence that a narcissist has cheated on you or did something like that, you again present it. If you have to present it to them, present it to them, and don't give them the option to talk themselves out of it. Because you'll end up apologizing for getting cheated on. I'm sorry, I didn't give you enough love and attention to make you go clap somebody else's cheeks. How silly does that sound? You apologize for getting cheated on. Like, to go tell your friends, like, I just apologized to my husband because he cheated on me. What? What? You apologize to a person that cheated on you? Girl, no. And then, like, what you do, what some people will do is they'll double down on the relationship. Like, if somebody tells you to leave, you'll double down on it to prove you can make it work. And then you end up looking twice as stupid later on. Twice as dumb. Because when it doesn't work, you'll double down, you'll triple down on it. You'll start getting beat worse and treated worse, but you want to make it work because your friends are watching now. Have some ego. You picked up the narcissist ego then. Anyways, y'all, thank y'all for tuning in to another episode. I truly appreciate every one of y'all because guess what? As much as y'all learn from me, I learn even more from y'all. Like and subscribe for more. Be back tomorrow. Peace.